Oh, hey guys, I'm back.
Oh, it's the Justin and Juby show for this one. I'm excited to take you guys on a much needed parental escape. Azalea is with friends and hanging out with Knox, Angelo and Mackenzie, and I'm going to clean this lens. So we've driven up about 3 hours away from our home spot, straight from Shikori. So if we look like we smell, we probably do. And Babes and I are going to be here in this beautiful space, staying in one of these for the weekend. And we're going to take you for a little show around the spot.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Justin, Juby, relaxation. Let's do that.
It's like a long overdue honeymoon, babe. There's a jacuzzi.
It's also right down the road from where we got married.
I know. What are the odds? Literally, it's just over the hill from Girton, and yeah, we've been welcomed into this cool dome. And I actually have always wanted to kind of stay in one of these. I feel like it reminds me of the yurt thing, babe.
Oh yeah, it's like the form of a yurt.
Hey! Welcome to our new home for the weekend. We'll give you a tour at some point, but for now, what are we having, babe?
A shower.
You guys, it is crazy beautiful here. I just can't even with this view. It's so nice to go from a festival to a glamping dome with no child. That might sound kind of crazy, but me and Justin have in 4 years never together been away from Azalea for longer than an evening. Like, we've never done an overnight away from Azalea. And we've been away from her for one night now, and we've got one more night, and we'll go pick her up tomorrow. We're basically on like a couples retreat, and it's been really nice to have this time to reconnect. We're super grateful for Mackenzie and Angelo to be hanging out and looking after our little Zay, so we can have this time to, yeah, reconnect in unity of our love. Right, babe?
This is great.
You're married for so long, you forget how long you're married for, and then you kind of like forget to do the things that you need to do to maintain your relationship. Or maybe not even forget, but like find it hard to prioritize that when you're running businesses and you have a family and kids and a dog and a house and all the things that we have that we manage each and every day. So it's really nice to be taking this time to prioritize each other. Right, Babs?
Oh, nail on the head.
Bitchin'. So, we're gonna take you on a scenic adventure through nature in the mountains here. And we are headed to Hendersonville, which is all very exciting. Just spa dating it all weekend. Honestly, this is the best thing ever. We should do couples retreats more often.
Especially after Shikori.
Especially after a 4-day festival, yeah. See you in Hendersonville. took the rest of the afternoon and evening for ourselves, ate some really bad Chinese food that will leave us with a super memorable experience of this magical weekend. Drove back home and enjoyed a super cozy, relaxed, chill, very early bedtime kind of evening. In the morning, we were woken up by a beautiful rainstorm and watched the sun rise from the humongous window of the dome. Had one super amazing night, and I'm feeling very relaxed as well as babe, because we just got out the jacuzzi. We need jacuzzi in our life, babes. And we thought we'd show you real quick just kind of around this, it's a geodesic dome, before we head out, because it's pretty sweet and it's given us some really fun ideas about just land owning and home owning and stuff, and living in a weird and funky space like this one. So when you come in, you have your kitchen. It's pretty minimal, but everything that you need, at least for a night or two, which is all that we're here for. Microwave, fridge, coffee maker, and cutleries, and there's a cooktop and some pots and pans and fun hat stand, and what is this? I guess it's is it a dehumidifier? We won't talk about that. Anyways, moving on. You come to the main living space, I guess, which is living room, little dinette, coffee desk area, and the view. You got a little storage thing here and a mini oven, some games. The company that this is, which is the Blue Ridge Glamping, I'll let Babes explain a little bit more about some of the things that they offer on top of just coming to stay in one, because if you're curious about building one, you can work with them for consulting, and Babes will share more.
Well, there's two things. Obviously, one, this space has been amazing. It's been super recharging for both of us, and so I'm sure Juby's gonna put a link down in the description, so if you guys want to book it yourself, you can. But the cooler aspect that I thought was of all this is that the property owner and builder of this dome, along with the one next door as well, he has been working on these for a number of years, I'm sure, and he's really come to understand and learn how the zoning and permitting process works. Not to mention how to work with the supplier of these materials, and then also he's a general contractor, and so he also understands the building process. And so on their website you can see that they do consulting for people all across the US, maybe across the world, who are interested in building something like this, similar. Maybe they have a plot of land they've been thinking about building a home on, but they don't want to spend $500,000. This is a good, more budget-friendly way to create a space for you to have a vacation home, or potentially create a rental so that you can, make a little bit of money off of it, but also have a vacation home. If this might be something that you're interested in, navigating the permitting, zoning, regulation process, it can be a bear depending on where you're from, and there's a lot of nuances to these regulations depending on where you live. And so if this is something you're interested in, I would highly suggest going on their website, reaching out, and just having a general chat with him. He's chock full of information, and for us too, we were immediately when we arrived pummeling him with questions, because this seems like a really fun project, not to mention on the other side, something that we've really enjoyed being able to experience. So all that to say, go check out the website, and if you have a piece of land you are thinking about building something unique on, consider a dome. They're really, really cool.
This is, yeah, the main like bed space. They've got a cozy sofa. This ginormous window, which you have these beams. They don't really block the view all that much because you just have so much window space. And if ever it like gets a hole in it, you just unzip this giant window and replace it. That's kind of cool. But they put in these nice wood floors, and it's kind of overlooking the cliff here over a nice stream, a fire pit, and a jacuzzi. So it's like pretty legit for a relaxing thing in the morning to wake up to. It was so beautiful. And also it rained this morning. I meant to like wake up and get shots, but I think we've had the longest lie-in that we've ever had in like the last 4 years, babe. We slept until like 9:30. That's absurd. Anyways, this is the coffee dinette, I don't know, work if you so feel the need to, hangout space. Just a couple of chairs because this whole space is kind of created to be a retreat experience for you and your partner, or on your own, I guess. And then the spa. Yeah, this is just the bathroom. They've got some robes and just a wash station, a shower, toilet, everything that you need. It's all connected to the grid and then has a septic that it flushes away to, so it feels very like a regular home aside from the shape of the space. But the Airbnb link for this dome and the one next door so that you guys can check it out, and if you're ever in the mountains of North Carolina, you can come have a stay. But for us, this has just been really refueling. We really needed some time to connect with each other and prioritize our relationship because, as you know, we do so much in the day and during the week, and sometimes it gets popped on the wayside and not forgotten, just kind of neglected. So this has been a really good weekend to just be the two of us, which, like I said, we haven't had in the last 4 years for more than like an afternoon. So it's been really cool. We for sure miss Azalea. We've been talking about her this morning and we're like really keen and ready to go back and be with our little girl. But we're really grateful for this time to recharge and just be in nature and just kind of heal with this beautiful sound of the stream. And we didn't have a fire, but we had plenty of fires at Shikori, so just the jacuzzi time and resting and yeah, refueling, all that, and just kind of like treating this like a spa getaway retreat weekend has been really, really everything we needed. So super grateful to Blue Ridge Glamping for this amazing weekend, and yeah, for babes, love you.
Love you too.
We'll see you guys next week. We're gonna get changed, get dressed, and go for a little hike, and we'll see you soon.